Good people, it's Sunday. Sunday fun day. As my son loves to call it, man. Sunday fun day. And as a norm, Scratcho 254, we live. And today, man, I have a talented young cat on here. Talented young cat, former Outsidaz basketball player, comedian, songwriter, poet, Ranger, Kenya, KDF. Man, this is a great story you don't want to miss, man. You don't want to miss this one. There's the Brigadier today. The Brigadier himself is with us today. So, with no further ado, here comes the Brigadier, the General. Well, what's happening, Brigadier?
Hey, what's up? What's up, my G? Mambo vipi?
Mambo shwari kabisa, mambo fresh. Vipi, like in how you been
Yeah.
holding up? You know, COVID and everything has thrown a curveball to everything, the normal life. How have you been, my guy?
Man, with COVID, everything changed, my guy. Yani kila kitu ilibadilisha life, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
ikabaki.
But I'm glad you're doing well. I'm glad that, and I'm just proud of the journey, man, the grind, man. And this show is all about the grind, man. I talk about the grind, man. You've grinded, man. Poet, songwriter, comedian, KDF, man, the army. Man, we got God story. You got story to tell, man. You can't skip any of that, man. But before we start, man, we just gotta go back. We just gotta go back and who are you? Like what do you want people to see you as? Like, are you just this Swiss knife? You can do it all. Is there a particular lane you want people to associate with you with?
I don't think I have a specific way so I would want people to see me. I don't think so. I'm a guy that thinks that everything is possible. You can do anything and everything as long as you want to do it, right? As long as you want to do it, go ahead and do it, man. Life is short. If you can go ahead and do it, just do it.
Man, I love that. Man, I love that. Yeah, it's crazy. And you talk about go ahead and do it. In basketball, for example, my story, everybody wanted to put me in a box. Like everybody was like, "Oh, he only blocks shots. He can't score the 3 point." And to me, it was always about being able to do everything people say that I will never do. Be able to do that. So when you say that, man, that resonates with me, man. But I know you played a little bit of ball, man. I saw you on. I saw a picture of you MVP. How did you start playing basketball, man?
Man, my basketball origin is very funny. My home place where I grew up is in the village, and there is this high school next to our home place, and it's a girls' high school. For those who know the famous Loak Girls High School, right?
Loak, yeah, I know Loak.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
So I
yeah.
used to play, I used to scratch with the girls, like the high school girls when I was in lower primary. So I was like a ball boy and stuff like that, running around, getting the ball. And the girls were sweet and nice to me because I was this small young boy and stuff like that. So I had a reason to be there because they would give us the things we don't get, from the village, That
Yeah.
fence made a difference. When you're inside that fence, you feel like you're in a different place. When you leave that fence and you're going home, you are in a different world. Huh?
You're back in the village.
Yeah, the goats are waiting for you to tithe. You have to go make the chicken house clean and everything. But when you're in that fence, somebody's gonna give you some chips somewhere. Somebody's gonna be nice to you. Somebody's gonna speak English to you. The village is like you have to speak typical like vernacular mama's language. So
Yes.
I was a ball boy, in a basketball court. That's where the desire started from. So I used to see them do this stuff. So when I bring the ball, I just started working out, just dribbling, and I developed interest from just seeing the girls play. So as I grew up in primary school, I had an idea of what basketball is all about because I could see them. Oh, he walked. Oh, Mesafiri. I was like, okay, so this is it. So if you do this, they call it this. If you do this, then I went to high school. So in Form 1, as a Form 1, I had an idea of basketball. So I was playing basketball, not so serious because the Form 4s and the Form 3s were always taking over the court. Like, you're just a Form 1. What are you trying to tell us here? Get out, man. So when I got into Form 2, I was like, now this is the time. Let's go do this. So,
It's
being
my
a
time.
Form 2, you have experience in the school, and you know this thing, but nobody ever gives you an opportunity to.
Yeah.
So I played in Form 2, and when people noticed I could do this stuff, when I was the coach saw that I could do it because now I had a chance. Then he was like, "Oh, so you can play basketball." So basketball became a thing, and that's where my basketball journey started. And unfortunately, I switched from the school that I was, and I went to a village school again. So when I was in primary school,
Yeah.
I had a dream to be a priest. So I went to a seminary, minor seminary. Then I did my Form 1, and I couldn't keep on going to school, so I had to go to a cheaper school. Then went back to a village school. That was Raleo. So when I went there, they played basketball and they were big in basketball. The girls' team was big, but the males' team was not big. So the girls would make it to the nationals, but the males would not even pass the districts.
Yes. So
You feel
no
me?
exposure. No exposure.
Yeah, no
Man.
exposure, no nothing. But that year we struggled. We still didn't make it until the next year. And then for the first time in the history of Leo Secondary School, we made it past districts, went to provincials, and for the first time we got exposed to other bigger teams and stuff like that. And boom. So that's where I got exposed to the world and I saw different stuff. I still didn't know Michael Jordan. I still did not know the big names. I was just in that cocoon of Nyanza province, basketball.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maseno school. You know the big names, Kisumu boys.
Kiss some boys.
That's it. So
Yeah.
you're like, I wanna be
Nyang'ori.
like Maseno guys. Nyang'ori,
Yeah, man. Yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah,
So that,
it's interesting. Everybody has those stories, man. And as I say, I keep telling every time I talk, man. Everybody has a story. But I didn't know you. I didn't know you until I started working with Outsiders, and that's the first time I saw you. So how do you even end up, Mado playing for
bro,
for
long
for
story, bro.
Outsiders?
Long story. So when I
How
was
do
in
you even
high
end up?
school, so when I went for these provincial games,
Yeah,
I got poached. Some coaches, some guys, some scouts were like, "Hey, bro, we can give you full scholarship, but you can play in our school." And I had
yeah,
like about 3, 4 schools come ask me that, and I was like,
yeah,
"Is this really happening?" I'm
yeah.
like, "This is what I've been looking for." So I'm confused. I'm like, "Am I that good?" So I'm confused. So So I'm confused. And you see, I didn't have like guardians at that moment. I didn't have guardians and stuff like that. So I used to like do a lot of things on my own. So nobody knows where I am. So I didn't have to ask anybody
Yeah,
where to go to. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
yeah.
I first gave the guys, there is a school in Western Province called Mumias Boys High School.
Yes,
So I went to
yes.
Mumias Boys High School. So we were like the MVPs, man. You know when you when you you're sponsored to play basketball. You're told, listen, you need to play and make sure you pass your exams. Don't worry about school fee. Don't worry about anything else.
Man, that's a
I was
beautiful
like,
thing, ain't it?
okay, bro. So this thing is true. I've heard about these stories before. So I'm
Yeah,
confused. And in the meantime, I still have contacts. Uh, I need to go to Mombasa. Like there was this school called Shimolatewa. Shimolatewa
yeah,
needs me. Shimba Hills
yeah,
needs me.
yeah.
Kamusinga is also on the other side. Friend school Kamusinga. And I'm like, so what is this Mumias Boys High School?
Hot potato.
Yeah, so I can hear the big names. Are like, those are the big names, but how do you make come here? So we went for a tournament out to Maseno. We played the tournament. We ended up in like semifinals. And again, I met the Shimba Hills guy, and I also met the Shimulatewa guy again. And they're like, what happened? We've been trying to wait for you. So when
Yeah,
we went back to school the following day, I took my bag and I told these guys, hey, I'm going to the clinic. I'm not feeling good. So they let me walk out of the school. I left everything at Mumias Boys High School. I was like, no, this is like a little bit low. I want to make it to Maseno School type of thing because it was always
yeah,
Maseno School versus Shimba Hills on the finals and stuff like that. So I was like, I think I need to go to somewhere else. So I went to Shimba Hills. Shimba Hills, they had the same offering. They don't even care. In Shimba Hills, they were a little bit lazy there. They really didn't take care of. They don't mind about academics and stuff. So even if you don't go to class and stuff, so I'm from a school where academics is number one, then basketball is number two. Now I go to a school where basketball is number one, academics is number two, and it doesn't really matter. So if you came here to play, just do your thing. So I became a little bit lazy, went to Shiba Hills, did my stuff. To Kacheza, the last game that year, yes, we made it to the finals, nationals against Maseno staff, and my high school career was just awesome. And I left high school. I had scholarships to other colleges. I didn't take any of them because the problem is they were giving me scholarships and they were telling me that I have to do a specific type of a course, and I didn't like that. So I decided to play street basketball and go to like a club. That's when I ended up at Omado. I would call it
Yeah.
FOB. So that was my
FOB,
first
man.
club that I played for. So
Yeah.
I played for that club because I used to live at how do you call this place? The estate next to Kimatis. Easily section 3. You cross the bridge
Yeah,
and
cross the
then
bridge.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was the nearest rim to our house. So I used to
Yeah.
walk to the closest stream. So I met this guy called Chega. I always see him just dribble. I'm like, hey, what's up, man? Can I play? He's like, yeah, come on. So we played, and I developed that habit going there every evening. And I will see people come, and they're like, every time they talk about the league. They talk about the league. I'm like, what is this, man? I want to join the league. And Chega's like, are you serious? Because Chega knew I could play. So
Yeah.
Chega told me, okay, you bring me your how do you call it? Your passport photo size,
ID. Yeah.
yeah, and your ID, and I'll fix it. Then I did
Yeah.
that, and boom, my first game. I played my first game in Division One, bro, in the league, Div One.
Man, man, you
Man,
jumped a lot of spaces, man.
I was happy, bro. That was the
Yeah.
first time I played in the league at Nyayo Stadium. I had never played at Nyayo Stadium. Of course, there was pressure. I was like, you're looking cool, but you know what you're talking about. You know what your heart is saying. It's like, damn,
Yeah. Yeah.
this is happening, bro.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
like, but it's crazy. We there. We play. You disappear. You
Hmm.
disappear for a short while, and then the next thing, I meet you. I think maybe some time back. I don't know where I met you, and it's like, oh, just squeeze me nilingia jeshi, squeeze me KDF. How do you even like? How do you even move? Like, at that time, like, so I understand, like, the grind and everybody just trying to be better. Like, was that a path you chose, or was it just like, man, the opportunities, this is the right thing for me to do, or is that just something you've wanted to do?
Okay, so let me make a little bit of the correction. So I used to tell people that Niko Kikosi, Kikosi is a Swahili word that means one of the sectors of the security stuff.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So, but most people would assume that I'm in KDF. I was not in KDF. I was in a Kikosi called KFS. It's more or less
Okay.
like their uniform looked like it's KDF and stuff like that. But I was not in KDF, so I was tired of telling people, "Hey, I'm not in KDF. I'm serving at KFS." So I got tired of that stuff, and when I got tired, I was like, "So I'm just gonna play along." Because I'm tired of explaining myself. So when people say I'm in KDF, I'll tell them, yeah, because I know everything in KDF and it's almost the same things we do at KFS. I was like, yeah, I'm in KDF and I was just playing along.
Yeah,
So yes, we do all that paramilitary training and all that stuff. The uniforms look like more or less the same. So nobody even bothered. They all knew I was in KDF. But then I didn't go to KDF, KFS straight. I started from NYS. That was back in 2011. So a man
yes.
gotta eat. You can't play and you're hungry. So there
No,
was
you
a
gotta eat.
problem. Yeah, you
Yeah,
gotta eat. The league doesn't pay us. This is something we just do for fun. You know what I'm
for
saying?
fun. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so an opportunity came and I decided to go for the recruitment and I made it. And when I made it, I joined NOS, and that is even what made me better because of the exercises there. Because I was still young, and when I went in there, they put a lot of work on me. And by the time I was leaving KFS, I was now even more lit than how I used to be from high school. Because now I had everything. the courage, I had the discipline, I had everything else. So I was a complete soldier at that time. So when I left NYS, I went back again. So when I went back to the league, I went with a different team, and that's Hope. You remember Hope, the one from Kawangware?
Yeah,
Yeah, that
yeah,
time
Hope, Wild Hope.
you were no,
Yeah,
yeah, Wild Hope. Yeah, Wild Hope. So I went back to the
yeah,
team
Wild
with
Hope.
Wild Hope. Yeah, and now I secured a job along that road that goes to Kawangware too. So I
Yeah,
used to go to job, then in the evening I go for Zoezi. And the first time I went for the Zoezi at Wild Hope, I secured a jersey. And that was awesome. The first weekend I had a game and boom, I did what I do best and I had
yeah,
my numbers, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
yeah,
I yeah, so things went well, and then after that, now I secured a job to KFS. Now I had to stop basketball, then I resigned, then I went to KFS again. Now that even made me better because now you taught me
yeah.
more stuff. Then at
I think we,
KFS,
I think we, someone asking, yo, KFS, what's KFS and what does
uh,
what's the brand? Someone,
KFS is a Kenya Forest service.
okay, okay,
Yeah, it's more or less like KWS, but people confuse it for KWS. It's not KWS. It's more or less
okay,
the same. They are in the same ministry, but it's Kenya Forest Service. So as a Kenya Forest Service ranger, we are very few in the country. I think it's one of the smallest security entities in the country. Because I remember
okay.
since we were recruited, we were less than 500 people, I think, in 2016, and they have never had any other recruitment since then. So we are like the least, like the most scarce service members in the country. So after
Wow.
that, I while I was at Wild Hope, I used to do poetry performances as well. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
when I was doing that, so I used to have time to go do poetry performances, and that's how I came into public scene when I started performances because I liked writing, I like performing, I'll do my job, and still by after that I'll still manage with basketball. I was like very active and I had all the time in the world, so I was like I gotta make use of this time.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's crazy. You're able to do all that. That's crazy. Can able to do that. I know.
it's doable.
No,
It's
talking about it, you tell you are the ranger. I know you said you are the ranger, top ranger, top
It's
ranger.
doable. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So when I graduated, I happened to be like the best all around. So being a best all round entailed marksmanship, like how sharp can you shoot the targets, stuff like that.
Yeah,
Then they have academic works that involve a lot of things, marksmanship theory, the law, what the law says about being a security officer and the relationship on how you handle the civilians and stuff like that. So there was a lot. So I happened to, since I was active and I was this guy who would dare and do stuff. So I dared all this stuff and I
dare to
emerged like
dream.
being, yeah. So I emerged like the best out of it, and I got awarded, and the award was sent by the president through the cabinet secretary. By then, it was Judy Wahungu. She's now the ambassador of France, Kenyan ambassador to France. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's how
Man.
I made it. Yeah.
So your journey has been crazy, man. Your journey has been crazy. One day I'm sitting there and I see you on Churchilll, and you have the name Brigadier General, and I'm like, who's in your this? I'm like, this is so how do you even end up on Churchilll, man? How do you even end up on Churchilll, and how do you even start? Like,
That's
at
another
what?
story,
Why
my
did
guy.
how do you even try to go to Churchilll? Because you are playing basketball, and obviously you are doing your writing, but Churchill was like going to play at Nyayo Premier League for a comedian, for a poet. That was the
Mm.
same level. It's like you're coming unatoka machinani sasa umekuja kwa lights.
Yeah, man. So what happens is this. So I perform my poetry all over the city. There are poetry shows. Like now, I mastered the poetry shows. Nobody pays you to perform. You just perform their gigs. Some people make money out of those gigs, but nobody really gives a care about being a poet. I mean, nobody knows you, so you
Yeah,
gotta.
yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah, so but for the love of the game, We write, we go every time we perform in these shows. Now there was one of these karaoke's that was raised by Liz Anyango. She's a host at Royal Media Services right now. She used to host karaoke's, and there's this karaoke that she used to host at I Like Regency. So in between the karaoke sessions, she would stop and people would do their thing. So I used to sing too. I like singing old school type of music like Zilizopendo. So after me singing, I used to perform my
Man,
pieces because
I'm
I like
thinking,
karaoke. Uh,
yes.
yeah. So after I
Sikupati
sing, I'm like,
freeze.
oh man, I don't know why. Hello.
Yeah, well, you good now. You back.
Oh,
You back.
all right, all right, all right. Yeah. So after performances, I do my spoken words. So she used to give me a chance and more time. So I always performed, follow these karaoke's. Now on this specific evening on a Friday after I performed, I didn't go for Zoezi because that day nobody was going for Zoezi at Wild Hope. So I have my options. When I'm not going for Zoezi, I try to go for the poetry earlier enough and stuff like that. So this day I go there and people is crammed when they like Regency. The class is a little bit different. So you gotta do
Yeah.
your thing a little bit different. So you know what I'm saying? You study your audience,
Yes.
yeah. As a prayer, you have to do your math. So I got a chance, man. I do my stuff, I sing after singing, I start doing my piece. So after doing my piece, there was this DJ who was in there, and the DJ approached me and he was like, "Hey, yo, bro, have you ever tried Churchill show?" And I'm like, "Hey, man, I'm not a comedian, bro. I'm a poet. Nobody's
Yeah.
gonna listen to me. They don't have time for that."
Yeah.
And he was like, "But listen, you were poet, yes, you were performing, but everybody was laughing while you were performing. So that means you have sense of humor in you."
Yeah.
So yeah, so I thought about it. I was like, hold on, yeah, he got some sense. That makes sense. Then I was like, so how do people end up at Churchill show? And he was like, I'm gonna try to get some information from Churchill and then I'll let you know. So I took his number and then we kept in touch. 1 week later, he was like, hey, listen, I talked to Churchill, but he was like, you don't need, he doesn't need to see you or like you don't need to go to him. There's a program set up. You go there, you present your stuff, and then if you're good enough, there's a team that will determine that you can go. Remember the guy who was being roasted called Berry? The guy who people were like, he's the guy who is behind the frustrations behind artists and stuff.
Yeah.
That is the
Yeah.
same guy I met. That is the same guy I met.
So there's a positive. There's a positive in this. There's a positive here, man. There's a positive here. Man.
So, bro, I get there. So he talks to me. I get the days. I get the dates and the time, and boom. I talk to my guy at work. I'm like, hey, listen, bro. I'm gonna escape at work for some time. I need you to cover me up. Oh, the guy was cool. He's called Ngeno. Ngeno was a nice guy. He was like, no pressure, bro. I got you. So I escaped from work, bro. I went for the auditions. Kenyan stuff, man. The way we hustle, man. Uko kazi lakini
How you
hauko
hustle?
kazi. You know what I'm saying? You
Record it too. Record it too.
rekodi umehama hapo lakini hauko. Na simu umeweka loudspeaker.
Hauko.
So
Amena tu hivi anakam.
ameingia hapa hivi. Sijui alikuwa na lunch, alikuwa naumwa na tumbo, ameingia hapa hivi kwa pharmacy. So we had our plans designed. So I get there and I meet this guy. He was the creative director that day and he was alone, bro. So there's a list, you write your name, then you wait for your turn. So I write my name and then they call me. It's my turn, bro. I get in there and I'm like, okay. And that guy be like, all right, twende kazi. Mi naye ni nani? Ni kamanda kawaida, nimechapa mistari hapo ra nayo nikapiga basi ya kwanza ra, nikaona ametingika, nikaona ametingisha kichwa, amesmile kidogo, nikachapa chapa, akaona nimeenda jo kufika katikati ya piece. Then that guy was like, hey, hold on. So I stopped. I thought I messed it up. I was like, oh, maybe he didn't feel the vibe because I thought I'm supposed to finish it. So he was like, let's meet tomorrow, because that was like on a Thursday. So no, it was on a Tuesday. So the following day was a Wednesday for rehearsals. Then people perform on Thursday. So it's like, okay, let's meet tomorrow. Make sure you're here by a specific time. I like what you got. Then the following day, bro, I came back, talked to my guy, bro. they tell me I have to go. You gotta cover me up again. So, so I leave
Plus,
work
you asked, what
again.
about
I
if you show
go.
up on TV and you're supposed to be a wagon now?
Damn, bro. Same team,
Yeah.
same week, bro. Same week. So I go the second day. People do rehearsals. Then he's like, no, tomorrow is the performance day. Today was rehearsal. Let's meet tomorrow, bro. I'm like, I think this thing is working out. I don't know what's happening, but I think it's
Wow.
working out. Then I report on Thursday, bro. Then we do
Very
another
nice.
rehearsals in the morning. Then in the evening, everybody's waiting. You know, like you do rehearsal like 20 people, but the list has like 12 people. They're
Yeah.
like, everybody who rehearsed is not going to perform. So you wait for the list. The final list will be out by 6:30.
Wow.
Performance
Yeah.
starts around 8. So after 6:30, you know where you belong. If you want to go back home, you go home and stuff like that. So I'm like, I gotta wait, bro. So it starts the evening. Masi kila mtu ana home, but everybody's like, yeah, man, I hope I'm performing today, bro. I hope. So we were like new people, and we have the Uteros, you know, Carissa, Kina
Yeah.
why, you know, the big names in the industry were
Yeah.
already there. Like they
Yeah.
know how this thing goes. They're sure, bro. But now the first timers like us, we were
They're
like
chilled.
about like 8, 10 people. Like it's new. This is new blood. Then boom, the list comes out,
Yeah.
man, and I see my name, second performer, bro. I was like, hii sasa ndio
Wow.
ile siku.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
the day. Unaona venye Jalango
Hii ndio ile sasa.
alipata
Hii ndio
chance pale kwa
generali.
Papa Shirandula akasema hii ndio ile siku. Hiyo sasa ilikuwa yangu. Nikasema sasa hii stuff leo ndio
Eh.
ile day.
Yeah.
Bro, bro, I went off the script. Niliingia hiyo stage. I went off the script, bro,
Forgot
because
everything.
I
Yeah.
was happy. Na nilikuwa na mistari kibao that had humor. So I realized this guy liked the humor part. So let the piece make sense, but the piece has to make people laugh because this is what? This is a comedy show. So you're doing two things at the
Yeah.
same time. You have a poem, people need to get the message and stuff, and you must make people laugh. But now the way I would make people laugh is different from how a stand-up comedian will make people laugh. So I use wordplay to make people laugh.
Hold on, man. I think we lost you, Briggs.
Oh damn!
Briggs, I think we lost you, man.
But can you hear me though?
Yeah, we lost you, man. I can't. I don't know. I don't know if it's Oklahoma or San Antonio. I can hear you, but I can't see you though. You're like frozen.
Oh, hello, hello. Let me know when I'm back, bro, because everything is right on my
Hold on, give
side.
me
I
a
can see
second
you.
there.
I can see you.
You see me?
Yep, I can see you. I can hear you. And there's an update here on the right says everyone can see and hear you. So I don't know why you specifically cannot see me. Oh, I can't see you anymore. Oh,
Oh, we back though. We back though.
oh, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Can
I
you
can
hear me?
hear you. I can't. You just frozen on my screen. I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, I can hear
Hold
you,
on.
but you know,
But you
moving
can't
or
see me.
anything like that is like a frozen.
Like, is anybody like the guys streaming live? Can they like let us know what's going on? How do they receive it?
Man, it's like now I'm good, but you're not. You like frozen.
So do you want me to exit
I'll
and
try to
then
see what's up, man.
is that possible? Do you want me to exit then log in again?
I'm trying to add you.
All right. Do, 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 do. do, 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 do.
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, jamaa ameniambia PK wewe ndio kuna shida. Kevin
Oh,
says PK wewe ndio kuna shida. Life ya gas ni life ya mashambani. Utaa wako ni. Yeah, my wife telling me I told you. You can hear me though?
yeah, I can hear you.
Briggs.
Yep. Nakusikia loud
We're
and
good to
clear.
go. If you can hear me, we're good to go. We're good to go.
Oh, okay. So can you see me?
Wamesema mimi ndo niko na shida. Kwa hiyo tuendelee. Twende kazi.
Sawa. Tulikuwa wapi tena?
Yeah, I can see you. So you went off script, right?
Yeah, I went off script, but I maintained the pose. I still served the purpose. Ilikuwa. So I went off script, but then I still tried to do part of the script. Na show iliua bado ikaweza. That was the first time niliperform. Nilitoka stage kama nimebambika. Boys pia kalipenda.
Give me a second, man. Give me a second. Let me.
I can exit and still log in if you want me to. That will help.
Everybody a second. Give me a second. Hatuwasiliani po. You're lagging like big time. I'm lagging. Either I'm lagging or you.
But mi nakusikia immediately on points.
Yeah, because I once get to.
And how come? Yeah, nakusikia po. And how come I can't see like people commenting and stuff from my end?
Hii inaitwa kila mtu ananiambia wewe ndio uko zako, as we can see him.
Exactly. Exactly. Tabii tuendelee.
Everybody can hear you and I can see you.
All right.
So that's what they are telling me.
Yeah, nikapiga show.
Mimi ndo nataka mimi.
Wacheza kaa wewe. Sasa itabidi nimekuhost. So mimi nikacheza kaa mimi, nikapiga show, nikakuwa off script, but nili maintain part of the script even though show ikaweza. Nikatoka stage. Kutoka stage ilikuwa ndo my first time kupiga show hiyo design.
Wakaingia off script.
But nilichapa show poa even though nilikuwa off script, nilirudi kwa script baadaye tukimalizia. So ndio ile live performance ni tofauti na kile watu wanaona home. And get. So nikapiga show nikatoka na boom. Hiyo ndio ilikuwa first time. Yeah, so even when nilipiga show yangu ya kwanza.
And so when you're doing this, is there like, do you know, are you coming back? What's the plan? Do you know if you have another show? Do you know, ama wewe ulipiga tu hii ya kwanza, umejua hii, this is my way in and this is what I'm gonna do and the rest will take care of itself.
Sasa unajua ukisha perform Thursday, now kuna kibarua nyingine. So many people perform, like more than sometimes 14 people in a one night. But then when they bring it to the screens, they bring at least 3 people or 4 people max. So out of the 12 that performed, they need to choose best of the best to feature on TV.
Wow. Yeah.
So I was like, let me wait and see what happens on Sunday, because that's Thursday.
Yes.
Yeah. So I wait on Sunday and boom, I see myself on TV and I'm like, we did it.
I'm here, mama. I'm here, mama.
Yeah. Mama, we made it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how that journey started. Yeah. That's how that journey started. And it was the same thing. Every time you go there, it's the same sequence, same procedures, bro. So most there I performed so many shows. Some of them never streamed. But the few that streamed paved the way. You feel me?
Yes.
So I can say that stage was like a stepping stone for me to go to different higher stages and even meet better people, get to better shows. I got just like any other artist would
Yeah,
get
but
contacts to perform in other shows and perform, and I even host. Yeah, so that was a great move right there.
yeah, but I think you read back and forth and all the frustration people, you read all this and that. But I think what we always miss is like any opportunity in front of you, you gotta take it for what it is. You gotta take it
That's
for what
correct,
it
bro.
is.
That's correct, bro.
Like if, for example, you play for the Kenya national team, you're like, oh, so doing it, but you have to take it for what it is. It's a big audition for many other people all around the
Yeah,
world watching that,
yes, man.
watching watching you play. It's the same thing. Churchill
Correct,
has that
bro.
viewership, and so if you do it the right way,
Correct, bro.
things
You gotta do
things
it
will,
right, bro.
yeah,
And
other
and
things
I'll
will
tell
pop
people
up.
out there, people who wanna go to that show, who still have ambitions and do something like that, if not exactly that, there are some things I learned. For you to perform in such a show, you have to be different. Like you have to stand out as you.
Yes,
Yeah, I
copy
cannot
paste
come there
always.
and perform like Kiganya. No, Kiganya is Kiganya. Everybody knows
Yeah,
how Kiganya talks. That's Kiganya.
yes,
You
yeah,
can't go there and want to do it like Kiganya. So you gotta be different. Give us something that we don't have. That's what they tell you. You gotta bring to the table what we don't have.
yes,
That's where yeah, you feel me?
yeah.
And two, it takes time. It takes time. Patience. If you don't have that virtue, bro, you're done. It will take you time. Hautaenda siku moja, hautaamka uandike mstari unasema hey, leo najisikia kuwa comedian, uandike mstari uende upige uwe show. Haiwezi,
Ushike.
haiwezi.
Haiwezi.
Ni safari bro, ni safari.
Everything is a process. I think everything, even life is a process. You're a kid, you grow up, you're 18, teenager, and then you grow up and you mature. Everything is a process. You cannot be
Exactly.
born and you have that mentality of an old man or someone who's been around the world. You can't have that when you just. But anyways, so you do comedian, you're doing this, but now. Then fast forward to many years now, you're singing songs and you're writing, man, and you have hits out there and you're singing, and now you join now you're in the army for real. Like now you're in the army for real. And big,
Yes,
by the way,
man.
shout out for that. That's a great achievement, man. I know your grind. So
Thanks, man.
how do you even end up in the army? Like, did you just walk in a previous experience, KFS? Mimi ule msee nilikuwa nasema niko KDF kitambo.
So you see the way life goes. People call me a KDF guy. I'm not in KDF, but I end up in USA. That's like our KDF here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then it is just the soldier in me. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yes.
unasikia kuna Waswahili wanasema ukishaonja ni ngumu sana uache. Ukishaonja utamia hiyo stuff utaki kuachana nayo.
Huwezi wacha.
So back then in 2011, bro, that's exactly right now. It's exactly 10 years, I guess. My journey for being a soldier started on the 5th of January 2011 when I joined the National Youth Service. National Youth Service taught me patience, bro. It taught me perseverance. It taught me about first aid, like life first aid. I'm not talking about people being hurt. No, like you gotta use what you have to get what you
Survive.
don't have.
Yes.
You know, yeah.
Yes.
Use what you have to survive. It taught me about confidence. Nikatoka hapo nikaenda tena hiyo KFS, ikanifundisha tena kibao, endurance, same types of stuff. Now, something that I also learned when I came to the United States is diversity. Now that even makes the difference. Exposure.
Yes.
Unakuja hapa unaona vitu ni tofauti. The big person that you are at home, everybody knows you, praises you. Watu wanataka maselfie na wewe. Ukifika kwa hii airport ya hapa, you are nothing.
Kapale, what are you coming here for?
Wewe ni nani?
What are you here for?
Who are you?
Here for?
Where's your passport?
How long are you going to be staying in our country?
Hey, how long do you want to be around, eh? Why are you here? Why are you just working?
Yeah.
Hey, life, you know, my joke.
Yeah, but there's one thing you say though, like, and I tell people this is called you manifest sometimes in your mind, you manifest things. For me, I remember when I was young, nilikuwa viatu za ball. Madai bayaga viatu za ball because I nilikuwa napenda soccer, didn't me. Madai bayaga. I used to wear those everywhere I went to school. That used to be. I was like, man, one day I'm gonna play sport. One day I'm gonna be somebody in sports. So I think sometimes you dream it and you put in the work. Obviously, I'm not just saying dream it. Ukaipia home.
Exactly.
That's what I don't mean that. I mean, you're dreaming it, but you're putting in the work so that when the
That first
opportunity
move,
arises,
make that move.
yes. But when the
Inakupata
opportunity
ndani.
arises, uko gangari, right?
Uko ndani, inakupata ndani. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
Make
Yeah.
that move. Think about it, but make that move. Don't just think
Yes.
about it and say it. No.
Yes.
Do it. Go
Yes.
ahead and make that first step. That first step, that is what makes the difference. Because there's somebody somewhere who is thinking of the same thing. Now, the difference is the speed. That's another thing I learned. You have to be fast. The speed matters.
Opportunities.
Yeah, those things. Yeah, they don't wait for you. You gotta run, bro. Run, go get it, because somebody's already going.
Yes.
Now, the person who gets there first gets it. It's that simple. Ni kama bake. You put it in the basket first, you win.
Yeah.
Yeah, tunataka basket, so harakisha hiyo kitu iende ikiingiaga. It's the same thing. Hey, it's the same thing in life. Don't just dream and sit there. Jaribu hii. Mimi naweza advice for say. Jaribu hii ya left, angalia inakaaje. Ikikataa wachana nayo, usishinde hapo. Toka mbio, urudi huku. Tafuta hii inakaaje. There is no harm in trying good stuff. Ingia huku, jaribu, angalia left, right, center. I can tell people, bro, I never knew that I would even do a medical course, bro. Mimi nilikuwa najua mimi na biology na science hatuwezani.
Amwezani.
But guess what I'm doing right now, bro? Hata sitaki kusema. Mimi ndo huyu sasa nafanya courses za medicine. Mtu wangu nikianza kukusomea madawa hapa utaamini.
But that's what's life about, is adapting and getting better, man. Like, you gotta get better. You gotta keep pushing. I tell people, you gotta keep pushing.
Yeah, don't be comfortable. Don't be comfortable.
And you know, the greatest thing like I like about your journey, man. Like, I watched even like Churchilll was, man, the shout outs you received from people back home, the love you received when you graduated, you know, in your army, and everybody was shouting out to you, man. And everybody talking about even Churchilll mentioned that this was a dream you had 10 years ago. So he's happy for you to be able to achieve it, you know. How does that mean to you? And what does that mean for you when you look back at your journey? 10 years ago, ulikuwa ule mse ulikuwa dream kuingia, saa hii uko hapo, kuna M16 mzee.
I don't know what to say. I can say a lot of things, bro. Sijui kuzipanga ama ni aje, because mi pia ni mse napenda kupiga masamari. Sipendi kuelongate story. Naweza piga tu summary tu niseme. First of all, everything and anything is possible. Hiyo ndio kitu mimi naweza sema. Una get? Kila kitu inawezekana. Hakuna kitu haiwezekani kwa dunia. Make your decision unataka kumake. Work on that stuff. It is going to work out. Kuwa consistent nayo. It's going to work out. Alafu usijinyime, furahia. Kama unafanya kitu na unafurahia, manze changamkia hiyo kitu. Fanya hiyo kitu ni kama haijaifanywa.
Yes.
Unaona?
Yes.
As in sijui nisemaje. Na sianga sasa zingine hadi nimechanganyikiwa. Mimi hata sijui kunaendaga aje.
But I think the point that you're trying to make, like what I was saying, is success. For example, I tell people, enjoy your success. You cannot compare your success with someone else. Your success is your success. For example, kama familia yenu hakuna mtu ashaenda uni, wewe ndio mtu wa kwanza umeenda uni, umegraduate. That's success for you, because other families have 10 people who have gone to university and it's not a big deal. That's for them. That's fine for them. But nyinyi kwenyu, hiyo ni success. Enjoy it. There's no little success. Success means what you think about it, you know. And that's what I think we don't do a lot of enjoying. For you, I like what I see is like every time you have a milestone, you enjoy it. You ride with it, and you have fun with it. And that's the biggest thing about life is you gotta enjoy the process. I know it's tough, but there are also those little milestones.
Yeah, life is what you
Really
make
on the
it.
journey,
What you
you
make
gotta
it.
be able to say, man, like, I'm here.
It is what you make it. Ukiamua ikuwe poa itakuwa poa. Ukiamua ikuwe mbaya itakuwa mbaya.
But you know, so now you're in the army and you have music out. How does that even work, man? With you being in the army, now you have music. What time do you have to go shoot your videos? And
Bro, I'm an artist, bro. The art in me is mine, bro. Hiyo hata army wakisema bro, hatuwezi kukuweka hapa. Ndawambia haina mambo, bro. Tuonane baadaye.
Wewe msanii.
Hiyo hakuna mtu atachukua kwangu because it is part and parcel of my lifestyle. Wamenipata nikiwa hivyo, they can't change that.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's me. So na hapa kuna time, kuna free time. Kila mtu kuwa na free time. Kila wewe unaduna free time yako ni gani? Ni free time yangu mimi naenda kupiga muziki
yangu.
Kupiga muziki yangu. Napiga muziki yangu Monday, Tuesday naenda nacheza bake yangu, niko sorted.
Yeah.
Wednesday nimechoka kiasi, narudi studio na nilifika wapi kwa ile ngoma yangu. By saa 2 nimemaliza hiyo ngoma na inaenda kwa hewa. Una get?
Yes.
Nimeplan. You can do 10 things or even 5 things at the same day. Just plan it. Najua Monday schedule yangu iko hivi. Tuesday schedule yangu iko hivi. Wase wengi pia si planners, unaona?
Yes.
So plan it out. Fix it somewhere. Make time for that stuff. It's going to work. Alafu unajua pia kuna theory fulani nasemanga usingizi mingi ni umaskini tupu. Usilale sana. Usilale sana. Unasikia politicians wanalala saa 9 na wanaamka saa 11. Huyo ni politician akona doa gava, kuna kakitu.
Akona kitu. Na yeye halali.
Miguna anaandika vitabu kila siku. Unafikiri huyo sasa andika vitabu saa ngapi?
Wewe unalala tu na una kitu.
Wewe unalala tu na una kakitu. Saa 3 ushaniandikia message ati niaje msee, acha mimi ninyoroshe, good night.
Tough.
Unaget, yeah. So ukishai plan, ukwe consistent nayo, utaimake itakuwa habit. The moment imekuwa habit, na itakuwa successful kwa sababu itakuwa consistent. Unaget?
Yes.
Yeah. So we fix stuff yako hapo hivyo. Hizi ni vitu zinakubamba. Hizi ni vitu huwezi do without. Zipange hapo. Muziki yangu iko hapo, baki yangu iko hapo, job iko. Masaa ya job niko job, hakuna mtu navutana na yeye. Masaa ya muziki niko muziki, sivutani na mtu havutani na mimi. Masaa ya baki najinyorosha. Sina pressure na msee. Unaget? Weekend nimemaliza.
But unasema unaongea hizo vitu, but kuna grind. Unajua finished product. Kuna time nimeongea na wewe mazee, ni vile tu vitu zingine, kila kitu sio kupiga story kwa mtandao, lakini kuna vitu uko grind saa 9 usiku, saa 10 uko grind. Unaelewa? So mtu asione pia finished product. Don't get the finished product and then usahau kuna grind. Usione umseni kama aliamka tu akuwa hapo. Ndio maana tumepeana story yako, ndio mtu ajue kuna grind. Hizo shows za Churchilll live, you make those shows, you don't make it, it's cut au jioni au make out of boy list. So kuna grind hapo. But we got to talk about your music before we get out. We got to talk about your music. Singles ni ngapi uko nazo sasa? Singles ni ngapi?
Hata sijui hata ngapi. Sijui siku ngapi. Lakini naweza sema sahii nikapata show ya kupiga kimziki, naweza piga tu show fiti. Hii kitu naweza sema. Naweza maintain show.
Naweza maintain show poa.
Naweza maintain show. Hii kitu naweza sema.
So of the songs you've written, man, which are mimi najua zile kwa zile nimesikiza, mimi upenda kusikiza like Binadamu, you know, Haende Sheki, Kenya hii. You know, those are some of my favorites when I listen to your music. Those are some of the lines you have on there, man. And why did you think it was so important for you? Kuna hizi mistari at this particular time. Why did you think, why not kuimba ngoma za tujirushe, tukunywe bia, You know, why this specific message like Kenya hii, like why, kwa nini saa hii wasanii wengi kwenye hizo ngoma za kawaida to drive magari poa sherehe. But you as like you have a message, there's some even good bit, there's that message you're trying to share. Why do you think it's so important for you to stay in that genre or pass that message to everybody?
Okay, kuna reasons mingi sana. Reason moja naweza sema personality yangu sio hiyo ya kujidundisha sana. Sio hiyo ya kubonga chafuko zina feel venye nimelelewa, yani kuna vitu siwezi tuongea tu ovyo. Unanipata? Kuna picha siwezi taka nionyeshe unless kuna situation imenipata tunaweza sema ni life. Lakini siwezi toka tu huko naanza kuongelea vitu zingine zenye zi make sense. Hiyo ni number 1. Number 2, nataka pia kukuwa legendary. Nataka muziki yangu ikichezwa 20 years from now bado ita make sense the same way it make sense leo.
Yes.
Una get?
Yes.
Number 3, hiyo sasa ndio originality yangu. Sitaki nianze kufanana na msee ama na kikundi fulani ati umse anafanyanga muziki fulani, design fulani, umse hapana. Sipendi hiyo grouping. Mimi nataka tu nikuwe mimi. Alafu pia muziki sifanyangi tu pia watu tu tunafanyia watu muziki. Mimi mwenyewe muji nice na muziki yangu. Design kama uipendi pia ni sawa.
Mimi nimebambika lakini.
Unaget?
At the end of the day, wewe unajibamba.
Mimi nasikia nimejibamba. Sasa hiyo kujibamba, alafu ta realize ngoma zangu mingi ziko kwa Kiswahili. Si ati siwezi fanya ngoma za English, naweza fanya ngoma za English. Naweza fanya hata niko na zingine bado nitafanya. Lakini kuna comfort fulani, kuna venye mimi nikitaka kuongea kitu na niweke tu kwa Kiswahili na sikianga inatoka vile nataka.
Kizungu ni lugha ya tatu ama vipi?
Exactly. Kizungu ni lugha ya tatu. Kuna venye siwezi za kubishana na Jay-Z hapa saa hii. Jay-Z hakuja bishana na mimi.
Lakini akiona Kiswahili mnaweza.
Hakuja hata hakuja bishana na mimi. Una get?
Yes.
Alafu ni kuna passion na Kiswahili na kuna venye mutaka kuonyesha wasee that hii lugha sasa kuna venye ina lost, kuna venye Kiswahili inapotea. Hata unasikia vile tumebonga sasa tumebonga masheng na Makiingereza, hakuna mali tumeongea Kiswahili tu yenye imeteremka. Kwa nini?
Ni ngumu.
So unaona tunajaribu kuambia wasee hiki kitu si ngumu, hiki kitu inawezekana.
Lazima uishi Mombasa ama uishi Bongo.
Hiki kitu inawezekana. Hadi watu niambia na wewe ulijulia wapi Kiswahili? Wase uniulize hiyo swali. Wase mimi hujiongelesha. By the way, mimi hujiongelesha Kiswahili. Najua venye ina sound kama nimesema vitu azingiani. Mimi mwenyewe na feel. Na feel tu hapo nachoma. Unaona? So the reasons nafanya muziki hiyo design pia kuna venye nilikuja USA nilirealize sina audience yangu yoyote hapa. Nilikuwa na audience home. Na mimi sikuwa mtu wa mtandao sana. Na as much as nilikuwa mtu wa mtandao, kabla nikachap ningia na system ya USA, nilikuwa naanza ku lose my audience. So thought ikanikujia kaniambia kwa sababu sina shows live za mafans wangu kukam, naweza eka kitu hapo nje yenye unaweza sikia every day. Na musicians always have it easy than poets. Mjua poet ukipiga show perform live, piece yenye umeandika hii wiki yote umemaster, uwezi perform tena next week. Imeisha. Hiyo imeexpire. Lazima uandike piece nyingine mpya. So na chiki mimi naandika niko na hizi ideas, lakini sina wasi wataisikiza, hakuna mali ndai present. So thought ikanikujia akasema acha niweke hizi vitu in form of music. Ni sababu pieces zangu mingi ziko na hiyo wordplay na hiyo content. So nikachukua poetry zangu nikaanza kuzifanyia ukarabati, nikaweka vina vya kati na vina vya mwisho. Nikavipanga tu.
Au sasa hebu rudia tena umeka nini? Unajua umenikumbusha Kiswahili ya high school tukifundishwa ngeli na misamiati.
Yeah. So unajua kwa shairi kuna shairi aina mbili. Kuna shairi aina ya arudhi na kuna shairi huru. What in Swahili people call, in English people call spoken word. It's a free poetry, like you can break the rules and nobody cares. Shairi huru. So I took my shairi huru, the ones that I was writing. So making it a shairi huru, I still used some of the rules of shairi arudhi just to break the rules and make it interesting. Because hakuna teacher atakuja kumaki hii nini yangu. Hii art.
Hakuna
sana grade art yangu. Na you could break rules na kumix rules, that is where the fun comes in.
Yes.
Unaona hapo ndio unapata ile humor, hapo ndio unapata msee na yes mimi nishaipiga kuna mistari zingine watu unipigia 2 years later wanaambia brother ile day ulikuwa unasema hivi kumbe ulikuwa unamaanisha hivi. See that's what I like. Napenda msee kisikia mstari na akose kuelewa ile mstari 1 year later ati ile place umesema ngati amefanya hivi kumbe ulikuwa unamaanisha hivi. Amuba mbika mbaya hata kama ni sehemu moja kwa watu kwao. Muba mbika. Na nimerealize mistari zangu mingi wasee waelewi. Hadi mimi utamani saa zingine nipate tu interview moja tu yani ya kuchambua muziki yangu. Sijaipata interview ya kuchambua muziki yangu mali msana niuliza. Ila number 1 ulimaanisha nini?
Sasa vile tutafanya next time usijali. Sasa uko na phone. Sasa next time next show itabidi tuanze na ngoma moja. Tuende line for line break down kwa sababu hata mimi nikisikiza saa zingine zanipiga chenga. Saa zingine zanipiga. Lakini so usijali. It happen.
Yeah, so kuna mwenye mufil yani watu wananiangusha. So na appeal manze watu waache kuniangusha wase msikize hizo ngoma manze mchambue hizo lines zuko na lot of content. Naomba manze mchambue hizo ngoma cause mimi siandiki tu for fun.
Kuna jamaa hapa Muzi amesema ni vibes. Kama unajua huyu jamaa bana Muzi ni original man, Jabali Africa guy. Pia yeye ni jamaa wa msanii. Tumekuwa naye. So background yangu pia ni usanii, watu wajuagi. Nimegrind hizo National Theatre, nimegrind sana National Theatre huko, tumepiga traditional shows mbaya. Na watu wanasema kuna grind. Watu waelewi. But favorite line yako sasa kwa ngoma zako zote, favorite line ile wewe mwenyewe. Mimi yangu ni ile tulinde nasi. Hiyo gemeni. Yani it touched me. Nilifikiria mazee huyu jamaa amesema tulinde nasi rasilimali. Like hiyo line mpaka leo kila saa mimi hata sometimes when I text you or tweet you no text na hiyo ama hashtag na hiyo kwa sababu hiyo line ulifikiria sana.
Unajua hiyo line inatokana na methali fulani kwa Kiswahili inasemaje? Rasilimali nambari 1 ya nchi ni mwananchi. The first priority resource of a country is its own people, its own citizens.
Yes, no doubt.
So, exactly. So, when you want to take care of a country, you have to take care of the people first in that country. Because before it is the people who will take care of it.
Exactly. Before all that. What mwananchi?
Mwananchi lazima umshughulikie. Usipomshughulikia hakuna kitu itafanyika.
Haiwezi.
Hakuna. Because hakuna venye utanipatia mimi job kama engineer ati niende nijenge ile barabara unanipa milioni 7 na wewe hutaki kunilipa. Una expect sasa nitengenezaje hiyo barabara?
Hauna kakitu.
Mimi mwenyewe sina kakitu. Alafu unanipatia hata milioni 7 ati nitengeneze ile barabara kutoka Kona Mbaya mpaka Kona Leji. Haiwezi.
Itabidi tukule pesa.
Itabidi nijilipe kwanza nione kama itabaki. Itatosha barabara.
Itatosha barabara.
Una get?
Yes, isipotosha tafanya ukarabati na
nishughulikie kwanza mimi kama citizen. Take good care of me, make sure I'm healthy, make sure niko na access ya kumaintain your health, make sure niko na vitu nahitaji, basic needs zangu, then nipatie responsibility. Ukinipatia responsibility, I have a way out, I have a reason ya kufanya hiyo responsibility because najua unanishughulikia. But the moment umeniignore, hakuna vile uta expect kunipatia responsibility na you're not even responsible for me. So hiyo ndio line nadhani unaongelelea.
Hiyo ndio inaongelea. Hiyo yoga kwa ngoma zako zote, hiyo ndio, you know. But you know, ukiangalia success ya wasanii wamechukua hiyo path. You know, wasanii wamechukua hiyo path ya, you know, like political correctness, na hiyo mambo ya kuleta vitu zinafanyika mtaani nini, you know, like akina Eric Wainaina, you know, like legendary. You know, kama unapata watu waliwakashifu, you know, but when they sang those songs, watu waliwakashifu, walikuwa hizo ngoma zilikuwa hata zipigwi, you know, hakuna radio play, hakuna hakuna anything which was like they couldn't even progress, hata career zinaisha. So are you concerned, uko na wasiwasi like, man, like the path I'm taking, ama ngoma zangu hazitachezwa ama nini?
Manzi hainipatii wasiwasi hata kidogo. Kama kuna kitu hainipatii wasiwasi ni hiyo. Wewe usicheze ngoma zangu, haina shida. Lakini kuna siku moja zitalipuka. Utatafuta mali unajificha. Hiyo hata inipe stress kwa sababu mimi najua mimi ni hustler. Mimi hata kama utaki ngoma yangu nilipe, bado kuna vile nita find a way out na bado nitajilipa, nitagrind, nitaenda pale stage, nitauza t-shirt, nitamake profit yangu, niko na rapo poa, najua nitafuta maboys wangu watabai hiyo t-shirt, bado nitalipa rent na nini, lakini muziki nitafanya kwa sababu ile ni passion, ile ni system. Nitakushow vile vitu nafaa kushow. Mimi ndakwambia tu niaje bro, hapo ufanye poa. Na hiyo pia ni personality ya mtu, ni venye mimi nikikosana na mtu most of the times, hata kama kuna ways za kucorrect ati usijui unapeleka msea tunaenda kumshtaki ati jamaa amenifanya, mimi sifanyangi hivyo. Mimi believe ukinikosea tunamalizana na wewe na kushow. Nikushow manze umenikosea na spend hivyo. So wewe unaweza fanya kile unataka, but regardless of kitu utafanya, hata kama tutakwambelea watu na uruke, back in your mind unajua yenyewe ule msee nilimfanyaje, nilimkosea na amekuwa bold enough kunishow. So hata nikifanya nini, mimi najua tumecommunicate na tumemaliza hiyo story,
na hiyo story imeisha.
Hiyo story nimemalizana nayo tu hivyo. Tena naendeleanga, kesho utanipata tu na kungoja mahali kama ni invest yangu, tena tunaendelea na life. So uta realize at the end of the day, wewe unajiwaste, una waste time yako, una waste energy yako. Sisi tunaendelea sababu tuna focus. Always another day.
Man, as we winding down, tushafika kwa hiyo wakati wa 1 hour. Sasa tuko extra time. Time. Hapa sasa tumeingia kipindi cha ziada. Acha tujaribu Kiswahili, kipindi cha ziada. Kipindi cha ziada hapa. Bado mtaani, like vijana mtaani, ma youth man, madame nini, vitu si poa, vitu ni hard, the journey is tough, the journey is hard. Wewe unaweza motisha gani unawapatia, waambie mazee, stay true man, stay true to your grind, do the right things, itajipa katajifungua.
Mimi naweza ambia wasee vitu mingi sana, tukianza na maisha ya watu ni different. Kila msee ako na path yake. Na ukiwa na msee path yake ni tofauti na anakuwa successful, na unajaribu path yake na unaifanyi kazi, hairespond, wachana nayo, tafuta path yako. 2, grind ni lazima, na there is always a way out. The only difference yenye na make stand out ni zile decisions uta make na ile speed uta move nayo ukisha make your decision. Personally zawapatia testimonies za ku make wrong decisions. Mimi nimelelewa nikiwa orphan, so si kuwa na madhangu akiniambia every time ati hey, usifanye hivi, hiyo ni mbaya, usiende huko si poa. Sisi tumegrow hiyo design, na kuna msana tuambia kile tunafaa kufanya, Si tunasoma tu environment vile inakaa, tunaangalia hii nikienda hivi inaweza kuwa hivi, unajaribu tu then unaingia na kichwa yako yote, una realize hii haiwezi. Saa hizo uko place inaenda kuharibika, then una pull out na una realize hiyo ni noma, wacha nirudi huku, unaget ni noma, wacha nirudi huku.
Yes.
So ukipata ni noma, usishinde hapo umelia manze jo, hii stuff ni noma jo manze, nimejaribu hapana. Usibaki hapo, make decision ni kama kuna hata kitu ilifanyika, piga hiyo about turn ni kama hata huko unaelekea huko. Unanipata?
Nakupata.
Jaribu grind ingine, kuna always kuna way out. Kama ulikuwa na kina njugu na umerealize hizi njugu zoko na venye hapa Mudhuru azisell, itabidi ni stage. Kitu nakwambia, hebu enda stage, buda, vuka hiyo flyover, teke ingia stage. Jaribu kuona kuna difference gani, ipatie 1 hour uone kama kuna difference. Hiyo ndio speed there. Alafu watu wasiogope kuchukua risks. Kuna kuaga na risks
kila kitu.
Opportunities na come na risks ziko. Every opportunity na come, calculate risks. Angalia wewe options zako, uone hii kitu nikijaribu na ikikataa, what do I have to lose? Una realize ni kama ukijaribu kutongoza mwanamke, ni mzuri mpaka unaona mimi hata nikubali kweli, lakini nikienda nikatae kwani what is the worst case scenario?
In the first place siko na yeye.
Exactly, siko na yeye, si wangu sahi. Na nikienda nikatae, si the worst case scenario ni kusema no. So wewe jibwage kwa uwanja. Cheza kama wewe, mwambie ni aje. Changamka, mwambie bana ni nini? Na mimi najua sina kitu, lakini mtu wangu ile design na kufeel mmoja itatuonekania. Msikizie bana, utashtuka kama nakwambia ni aje.
Lazima useme dream ya shooting stars bana. Lazima useme
manze. Utashtuka. Exactly. Atakwambia ni aje, manze jo, siku dhani siku moja naweza meet mtu passionate kama wewe. Enyewe najiona ka kitu bro, but when I'm handsome, na nilikuwa nataka msipia ako kwa hii level ndio to grow nini. Yaani ushaikatia dema ka accept mpaka ukasema ni mimi kweli.
Unajidoubt.
Unajidoubt manze. The moment umeanza kujidoubt, kama hujaenda na uka give up, hapo usha fail. Is the same thing. Uko na tao zako 10, unataka kuanza biz, unaangalia biz unaweza piga, una realize pale kuna campus na watoto wa campus mademu wanapendaga keki. Acha ni buy keki 10, ni chome so 5, nione kutaenda aje. Choma hiyo so 5, enda kwa hiyo campus pasa lunch, mtu wangu advertise keki yako chapa. Buda utashtuka, watu wawili tu wataba hiyo keki na uko umezibai zote na umepata profit yako ya so 7. Then una realize kumbe hii stuff inaweza. Then unarudi. Cause there is always a way out. Yaani kuna venye yani lazima kuwe. Lazima ijipe. Kuna venye lazima ijipe. Kuna venye lazima tu ukiamua itakam. So ukijaribu kitu ikatae, achana nayo. Usishinde hapo. Focus mtu wangu. Wachana nayo, sahau ni kama ikufanyika. Enda to the next thing, anza embrace, enda nayo, ikikata wachana nayo, geuka left, jaribu hiyo ingine. Kuna moja kati ya hizo ita work out. So to cut the long story short, bro, there's always a way out. Think outside the box, take the risks that are necessary, calculate manze, kuwa na plan. Umaze uwezi kosa way out, uwezi.
Usifungue M-Pesa kwa sababu nani amefungue M-Pesa, kwa sababu mama nani amefungue M-Pesa pia ufungue tu M-Pesa. Lazima ufikirie kidogo. Lazima ujue huyu pengine akona wateja tayari. Unajua biz ya Kenya, so mimi nafanya biz Kenya. Na nikarealize blanda yangu ilikuwa tu hiyo, mimi nilikuwa tu sifikirii sana. Mtu akisubmit tender tayari ashajua yeye akona vyenye ashajipanga.
Exactly.
Mimi nakuja na matenda zangu kwa meza, quotation nini, alichezwa kitambo.
Ndio hiyo.
Lazima ufanye homework, but man, nashukuru sana man, thanks man. Brigeddia, umechukua time yako.
Karibu kaka bwana.
Wale wameenjoy yao yote. Eunice anatua anapiga tu ma high five na kucheka. Eunice anasema true, there's always a way out. Hapa Sally Jones anasema shoot your shot, if you die you die.
Very true.
Kabisa.
Yeah.
But Vic anasema, I know I missed it. Man, Vic, man, it's gonna be on YouTube, man. Vic, it's gonna be on YouTube. Itakuwa kwa YouTube. Huyu akwa story poa. Vic is one of Kenyan snipers, man, kwa basketball. Jamaa pia alikuwa jamaa la KDF.
Najua Victor. Najua umse. Yeah, I've seen Victor, the face, man.
Yeah, Victor
that guy,
Odendo.
I saw that guy play. Yeah, Odendo. Yeah, I know Odendo, bro. Those are the people that I always looked up to sometimes back there, bro.
Yeah, Odendo. Yeah, great friend of mine, man. We have been in the trenches.
I know that guy.
Tumekuwa kwa trenches na yeye. Kwa Bake, si kwa KDF, lakini kwa Bake tumekuwa kwa trenches.
I know that guy.
Yeah, but anyways, man, thank you, Brigeddia, for taking your time. Kwa watu mtataka kukupata, tusaidie na mtandao zako za kijamii hapa tu.
Muhimu mwanangu, muhimu. Nashukuru sana umekumbuka bwana. Unajua siku hizi mtandao ndio kusema utanipata kwenye Facebook ni Brigeddia General. Unavyoona hapa nilivyoandika tu ndio hivi ilivyo. Brigeddia General. Social media zote. Kwenye Twitter utazishikanisha tu. Ukitafuta Brigeddia utanipata. FB niko na page, niko na profile, zote the same names. Like page, tuma friend request mpaka kwa nini niko na nafasi ya watu kama 23 pale kwenye profile. Bado na 23 huwa na delete.
Kama mtu ujiongee naye muda mrefu na mtoa kwenye list.
Kama hutaki kuchangamka huongei, mwanangu utakwambia basi tuonane.
YouTube huko ama vipi? YouTube.
Nipo YouTube bana, subscribe, gonga bell, the same name, Brigeddia General. Sikia ngoma, download nini. Bado sijaanza kulipisha, bado ziko free sahi, download. Kaa nayo, sambaza.
Kabla ziende kulipishwa.
Kaanza tuanze kulipishwa. Niseme hatukuambia.
Hebu geuza kofia na uliambia watu ulipeana biz jana. Hebu ambia watu biz gani umepatia jamaa mtaani? Umesema mtu anaweza uza nini? Umesema mtu anaweza kofia zako.
Label ndio hii hapa.
Hebu ambia watu story ya hiyo label. So tumalize.
Hii label ni Brigeddia General. Hiyo ni Brigeddia, EG ni General. Na inafaa iko exactly vile iko. Sijui kama unaiona fiti.
Iko poa.
So kama wewe msee unajiamini na uza invest do yako kwa hii biz, mimi nitakupigia shout out, nitakumarket for free. Na alafu ukipata unakula yote peke yako. Yaani hii ni 100% na unafanyiwa mpaka marketing. The only thing mimi nita benefit kwako ni kuhakikisha hiyo label imepata heshima yake, umemaintain na imesambazwa. Lakini ni yako. So kama unaweza invest, hakikisha una invest kwa kofia yenye haina strap hapa. Unaona hii si back strap, haina strap hapa. So hapo tena tunaingia kwa class, tunaingia kwa standards, na kuambia welcome to the standards. We don't do showy work. So tafuta kampuni yenye inatengeneza baseball cap kama hizi. Unaweza cheza na New Era ukitaka. Hii New Era nilichukua. Then upeleke si print, hii ni uzi, hii imeshonwa. Embroidery. Hii ni embroidery. Usiweke hapa ati rangi, atuandika B na rangi alafu na G. Hiyo biashara ya mudhuru usifanye. So kama unaweza invest in your stuff, nilianza nikitoka mtaani, but due to circumstances ikabidi nimedrop hiyo biz for a minute, na kabla ifufuke, mtu anataka kuifufua, tutawaka pamoja. And I'm gonna make sure that umeuza na umekio I can get you guys around. So this is free, you do not need any certification, hakuna paperwork nataka kutoka kwako, enda fanya hii biz, ni kumarket, make do yako, biashara tumekafunga ya design.
Vic amekuja late but amesema Olafi is a great song.
Oh, shukran man.
Yeah.
Shukran. Shukran, my guy.
But anyways, man, I appreciate you. Thank you for taking your time to do this, man. Imekuwa poa, have a blast. Tuta catch up. Tutaleta show ya kuongea juu ya mistari. Tutafanya show ya kuongea juu ya mistari. Umeleta idea mzuri sana.
Kabisa.
Chambua
mistari.
Chambua mistari, lazima tulete hiyo.
So.
But anyways, thank you. Appreciate you. Siku njema, enjoy Mother's Day. Ngotea wa familia Tobonga.
Shukran baba. Big up.
Poa.
Man.
Hey, that's 1 hour of a blast, right? That was a blast right there. Had fun, and hopefully, everybody enjoyed the journey. Young man, say, man, raised no kid, no family, raised as an orphan, but just had to grind and just had learn things the hard way. So, sometimes when you look at situations in life, you think, man, this is tough, but someone else might be having it tougher than you. So you never know. You never know just what circumstances are. So just grind and don't be afraid to make mistakes and to learn and to, as he say, man, make your 360, make your turnaround, and grind and believe in what you're doing. Take risks. Man, that's my time today. Until next Sunday. Again, I got a good one next Sunday. See you then.